Goes back to like people just like attacking Jake Paul and like wanting to see me fail for literally like nothing. Like they're suing me for something I.
Jake Paul's world has taken a drastic turn, just when it seemed like he couldn't cause more controversy. A recent leak has sparked a scandal that could not only ruin his career but also land him behind bars. This time, it's not just bad PR. Lawsuits are looming and things are getting serious. Jake has always been a polarizing figure, but this scandal might be the breaking point. Rumors have surfaced about what was going on behind the scenes of his upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. Instead of focusing on training and proving himself as a real athlete, Jake allegedly resorted to dirty tactics. Leaked voicemails, footage, and documents suggest Jake and his team were involved in fixing the fight. This revelation has thrown the fight into complete chaos and threatens Jake's entire career. He's facing more than just media backlash. His future as a fighter and public figure is at serious risk. The exclusive leaked material paints a troubling picture of the lengths Jake was willing to go. And it's safe to say that his world has been shaken to the core. Right now, Jake Paul is in damage control mode, and it's clear that this scandal has left him reeling. Picture this. Jake Paul, the guy who's always appeared so cocky and confident, now caught in the middle of a massive scandal. He's used to controlling the narrative, posting flashy training videos, hyping up fights, and trolling opponents on social media. But now, he's in panic mode. Behind closed doors, Jake and his team were allegedly negotiating a rigged outcome for his fight with Mike Tyson. That's right, a fixed fight. According to leaked documents, insider testimonies, and some seriously shady moves, Jake wasn't willing to leave anything to chance. Whether he planned to secure the win or make the match look like a competitive showdown, it was never going to be a legit fight. It was staged from the start. Crazy, right? Jake's been selling...
Fair enough. But the man is a fake, okay? Do not buy the wolf tickets.
They're selling y'all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
Do not accept the bullshit.
Fans on a facade this whole time. Before you think this is just another conspiracy theory, the evidence is piling up. Word on the street is that Jake and his crew wanted to protect his knockout artist image at all costs. After all, losing to Mike Tyson wouldn't just be a small loss. It could be a career-ending knockout. So instead of taking that risk, they allegedly rigged the fight to ensure Jake's image and brand remained intact. Jake Paul's rise from Disney star to YouTube sensation and boxing powerhouse has been a wild ride. When he first entered the ring, no one took him seriously, but he quickly started making waves, starting with fights against YouTubers, then MMA legends like Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley, and eventually the iconic and...
We got a YouTuber fighting the greatest fighter that ever lived.
Jake, when you... Every time these fighters sit across from me and it's YouTuber, it's Disney Channel, all that shit, and then you end up on the canvas and you'll see, it's gonna be no different here, I promise you that.
Anderson Silva. But now, everything's crashing down. Leaked documents, video footage, and voicemails reveal that key members of Jake's team were involved in rigging his fight with Mike Tyson. The moment this evidence surfaced, it was game over. The internet exploded, and Jake's carefully crafted world started collapsing faster than anyone could have predicted. Jake may have tried to look good or even secure a win, but the truth behind his shady tactics is now out for everyone to see. Jake Paul was on fire. Each win silenced more doubters, and even his harshest critics had to admit he was doing something right. He was raking in millions from pay-per-view, and as his star rose, so did the stakes. He was preparing for what could have been the fight of his life, a showdown with boxing legend Mike Tyson. The hype was real, and the fight was set to break records. Fans were counting down the days. Set for November 15th, 2024 at the AT&T Arena, this was being promoted as the biggest fight of the year. The buzz was off the charts, but behind the scenes, something shady was brewing. Little did fans know, Jake and his team were allegedly working on rigging the fight, casting a shadow over what was supposed to be a legendary face-off with Iron Mike. The boxing world, social media, and even mainstream sports outlets were buzzing. This wasn't just any fight. It was Jake Paul's first real showdown against a seasoned pro, and not just any pro, but Mike Tyson, one of the most feared boxers in history. Everyone, from casual fans to die-hard boxing purists, was ready to tune in. Netflix was even on board, documenting the whole thing with a behind-the-scenes series. The hype was real. This was shaping up to be the event of the year. Jake had been building his influencer boxer persona for a while, stacking up wins against fellow influencers, retired athletes, and even some MMA fighters. But now, he was set to face his toughest challenge yet. Stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson is a whole different ballgame, and this was the moment everyone was waiting for. Was Jake Paul the real deal, or had his success been a carefully crafted PR stunt? Jake knew a loss to Tyson would be disastrous for his brand, image, and so-called legacy as a fighter. But instead of putting in the blood, sweat, and tears like any real boxer would before a career-defining fight, Jake chose to take a shortcut. That's right. Rather than focusing on improving his skills, mastering his footwork, and building the stamina needed to go toe-to-toe with Tyson, Jake and his team allegedly resorted to dirty tactics. Forget grinding it out in the gym. Jake wanted to ensure the fight played out in his favor, no matter the cost. This isn't the first time Jake has faced accusations of rigging his fights. Since his debut in the boxing world, people have questioned the legitimacy of his wins. He's had to address these claims repeatedly, and even his brother, Logan Paul, has stepped in to defend him. But this time, with Tyson involved, the stakes are much higher, and the consequences could be catastrophic for Jake's career.
I'm gonna get a little aggressive here. If you think that that fight in any way was dishonest, you're a fucking loser. And I mean that at the bottom of my heart. I want you to go home, look at yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself the following question. What do I lack? What do I lack in my life that forces me to go and discredit a kid who I know is working his ass off? You know how hard my brother works.
Jake has spent years building his influencer boxer empire, but this scandal threatens to tear it all down. The boxing world, already skeptical of Jake, is now roasting him harder than ever. From pro boxers to analysts and YouTubers, everyone is calling him out. What started as whispers about his lack of skill and accusations of rigged fights have now become full-blown attacks. Jake's entire career is in serious jeopardy. His fight with Mike Tyson is on the verge of being canceled, and with it, everything Jake has built in the influencer boxing world could go up in smoke. Now imagine being one of Jake's die-hard fans, someone who believed he was the real deal. This news feels like a total betrayal, and fans are furious. They're dragging him across social media, unsubscribing from his channels, and calling him out as a fraud. Jake wanted to be recognized as a legitimate athlete, but now he looks more like someone who's been playing pretend.
Fight, so it's gotta be rigged. No way he would do this. This is impossible that Jake beat this. It's like, no.
In a sport that demands real dedication, training, and guts, his carefully crafted image is crumbling, and the backlash shows no sign of slowing down. But it doesn't end there. The fallout isn't just about social media backlash and angry fans. Jake Paul is facing serious legal trouble. If the fight was indeed rigged, as all evidence suggests, Jake could be hit with major lawsuits and fines. And if betting was involved, sports regulators are notorious for their strict enforcement, potentially leading to jail time for fight tampering. Yes, you heard that right. Jake Paul could end up behind bars if the scandal continues to escalate. Beyond the legal issues, Jake's entire brand relies on sponsorships and partnerships that bring in millions. A scandal of this magnitude could jeopardize those deals, further threatening his financial stability and reputation. As the scandal unfolds, sponsors are starting to jump ship. No one wants to be associated with a fighter who rigs matches, so Jake Paul's sponsorships are likely already being pulled, costing him millions. The consequences of fight rigging are severe, and Jake's attempt to treat this like another influencer bout has backfired. Mike Tyson, a legend with a legacy to protect, isn't going to let Jake tarnish his reputation with shady deals. Tyson is prepared to fight this in court with the same intensity he would in the ring. With the mounting evidence, Jake faces serious legal repercussions and the potential unraveling of his entire career. Jake Paul's situation is spiraling into a legal disaster. Whether he faces lawsuits, a lifetime ban from boxing, or even prison time, his world is crumbling rapidly. With Mike Tyson leading the charge, this fight is far from over. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. So there you have it, fight fans. That's all for today. What are your thoughts on this scandal? Drop your comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more boxing news. See you in the next video.